Hey, welcome. Here we have a very vibrant personality that is Madhu Sudha. I have been following her for almost 4 years now, but I have been a very silent observer of her community work. She has communities across countries all over the world, and she does a lot of free services and programs for people to benefit. Currently, she's also running program for women empowerment, helping women to find jobs and purpose in their life. So I'm very inspired the way she works, and I requested her to be on our show and share her insights and help people to improve on themselves. Otherwise, Madhu is a self-leadership certified holistic life coach and is a community builder. She also practices energy medicine and lives with her family in California. Welcome, Madhu. I am so delighted to have you here with me. And having you on my channel itself is my manifestation. So might be I will share to you in a personal video the whole story. So thank you for being here. Can you just tell to us something about yourself, which I would have missed?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hema, for having me here. And hi, everybody who's been following Hema. It's so good to be here. And you said so much about me. Thank you so much. I think this is my manifestation too, to be in your channel. So I am the founder of SUKHAM BHAVA. I founded SUKHAM BHAVA as a means to find my own personal joy. So I had this squeezing, churning moment in my life, and I felt like, why am I even here, right? And what am I going to do here? What's the purpose of my life? So these kind of questions, I got them answered. And so SUKHAM BHAVA is that. Actually, SUKHAM BHAVA brings in my own personal journey of finding happiness. Now, I don't find happiness because happiness, I believe, comes from external things and objects and such things. And joy is something more than that. And now, right now, I'm all about bliss. I think as humans, we find the joy and bliss when we serve others. So my life purpose, my mission is centered around serving people and helping people awaken and help people be the greatest version, best version of themselves.
Wow, brilliant, brilliant, Madhu. And it's all the purpose. When you find a purpose, you automatically start being a driven person, right? You don't have to push yourself, and things just start happening to you. So, welcome. And I would want to have some knowledge sharing with Madhu about her experience in manifestation and how does she think that no, life is a journey. It's a no, we attract success, we attract divinity, and we are more than humans. We are not just humans. We think we are humans, and we are into such a victim state. We start blaming us for everything. But the reason for bringing you here is to share your experience about why we are not just normal humans, and we are much about that. So, Madhu, to start with, you have been a person who has been practicing chakra cleansing, yoga, right? So, can you just tell me what do you think is an abundance mindset? We all have been hearing this word abundance all over the net, right? So, can you just exactly define in your language what do you think is an abundance mindset?
So this yogic path has taught me. I'm in the yogic path. I was afraid, like you said, victim state. I was afraid to even tell people that I'm in the yogic path or I practice energy medicine because I was afraid if people will receive it. But right now, there's huge awakening happening across the globe. People are awakening like big time now, which is why we have such communities, such channels, right? So you're also a part of that, and all the viewers are also a part of that awakening, right? So it's the collective consciousness that's racing right now. So abundance mindset, let's come to that. Abundance is, generally we think prosperity, money, right? So abundance is much more than that, right? Abundance is not just tangible things like physical things, the property, the things that we own, the jewelry, right? It's more than that, right? Abundance means everybody in this world, everybody in this earth has a space. Everybody has every opportunity available. Everything is available for all. And when we understand abundance, we have to understand that it's already given to us. Okay, so it's not something you're going and seeking. Abundance is already given to us. When we were all created, everybody got abundance. The divine gave us all abundance. So it is for us to claim that abundance and understand that we're not victims. right? Like you said, victims. So abundance is understanding that it's already been given to us and we have to claim it. And each one of us, all the humans, all the plants, all the beings, right? We all have been given this gift of abundance, right? So that understanding itself, that, okay, I have abundance, it's given to me, itself will open actually your pathways to receive abundance.
Exactly. So rightly said, Madhu, it's all there, and all we are doing, I mean, the work we are doing is to make clients or no people realize that, see, it's all around you, getting conscious about it. So rightly said. So Madhu, you had rightly mentioned about abundance. Now, when it comes to manifestation, we are talking about energy. So you have been practicing energy medicine as well. Raising your energy and vibration, so attracts abundance automatically. So can you elaborate about how do you think this having or raising your vibrations and frequency attracts abundance? So what is this energy frequency, and can throw more light from your perspective on this?
It's my favorite question. I really love answering this question. Anything on abundance just inspires me. So, first of all, everything in this world, you, me, this computer, everything around us is energy. Everything is energy, right? So, we call it the universal law of vibration. This law states that everything in this universe is vibrating. It's just that we can't see it because we do not have trained eyes. Those who are trained, we can see it. So everything is vibrating at a frequency, like the table, the chair, everything is vibrating. The trees, the animals, everything, we are all vibrating at certain frequency. So we have to understand what frequency we are in, right? There is something that I really want to mention now. I had not planned. So there's something called a map of consciousness. So there's this person named David Hawkins. He made a map. So he calibrated every frequency, every emotion with the frequency. So he gave a number. For example, let's say I'm thankful to you for having me over. So I'm experiencing gratitude for you. So that gratitude has a frequency of 300. How simple it is, right? So it looks like a cone. I would ask you all to go and search for it. So it's called the map of consciousness. So let's say that you feel apathy. Apathy is being indifferent. Something's happening to somebody, but you're like, I don't mind, right? That's apathy. So that apathy has a frequency calibration of 0, right? So gratitude has so much, love has so much, compassion has so much. So the scale goes up to 0, from 0 to 1000. So we as humans can reach up to like 500. And when we are rooted in that somewhere between 300 to 500, that is when the manifestation happens faster, because your vibrations, your frequency is higher. The more the frequency, the better it is for manifestation. So if you feel like I'm indifferent, I feel like a victim, I'm not thankful for anything, right? Sometimes people tell me things like, Madhu, there's nothing in my life to be thankful for. It's impossible. The fact that you're alive itself, is something that we need to be thankful for, because we take things for granted. So that those simple things like, we have the air, we have this home, we have this internet that's making it possible for us to do this Zoom, and everything that we have is something we have to be thankful for. So I would say, if you want to be abundant, you have to cultivate this gratitude in yourself. You have to be thankful for everything that you have. I cannot compel you to do that, because nothing happens out of coercion. I would say cultivate a gratitude mindset, because gratitude and abundance are in the same frequency. I just gave you the secret. Gratitude and abundance are in the same frequency. It's the same frequency, right? So love is more, and then compassion is like 1000. But love, the gratitude and abundance, they are together, they're like this. So I would say, be thankful for all that you have. What you appreciate appreciates. You have to keep appreciating everything you have. So whatever you have right now, keep appreciating it. When you appreciate and say thank you, a lot of thank yous, how much ever you can say in a day, keep saying, journal it or write. When you do that, you attract right things into your life. So I would say, if you want to cultivate or develop an abundance mindset, then start being grateful, being thankful for everything that you already have.
So exactly, you said rightly about this, map of consciousness. So when we talk about manifestation and we teach clients about gratitude and say, you also have done 30 days gratitude challenge. I remember we used to do and write on daily basis five things about different aspects of your life to be thankful. So now what we have noticed is that if we ask my clients ki, what is that you are thankful for, have you written or not? So now client is like, yesterday nothing happened in my life to be thankful for. So they forget the simple things that we are having able to sleep, because only a person who was not able to sleep or who is not having the shelter knows how magnificent having a room, AC, or a power is important. So only when you see from their perspective, you understand to be grateful. Otherwise, we all tend to take it in a granted way, right? We take things for granted. It's okay, I deserve it. I understand that you deserve it, but being thankful from others' perspective makes you more compassionate as well, right?
True.
So I love that, and I think I can share the map of consciousness to the client in the link. And so abundance, you have been, when I was having a discussion with you, you had mentioned that abundance is a state of being in receiving mode, right? We tell clients there's something called law of vacuum, which we mentioned. We tell that open up, right? Empty unwanted things from your wardrobe so that you have a space to bring in new things. So can you just define in your own language?
Sure, yeah. So that's a very important point. So if you want to receive abundance, abundance maybe is standing right next to you, but you don't see it because you're not yet ready to receive it. So your readiness, your willingness, your openness to receive is more important. So I'm going to show you an example right now. I'm going to just use a cup that I have. So abundance is everywhere, right? So think of it as rain. It's raining outside, and you're taking this cup and you're going and standing outside, so you get this water, right? You get how much ever you are ready to receive. Let's say you have a bottle. I have a bottle here. I didn't plan, but whatever I have, I'm going to show you, right? So I have a bottle here. I go with this, then I receive so much rainwater.
Yes.
So it depends on you. What is your container? What is your energy body ready to receive, right? So you want to be expansive, you want to be receiving everything, but do you know how to do that? So your receptivity, your ability to absorb and assimilate
Yes.
all the abundance that is already there for you is what
Exactly.
matters. That receptivity is what matters. So even if I come and give you 100 things, if I tell you 100 things, or this is how you do your law of attraction things, and if you don't receive it, it's not useful. So your ability to receive, your willingness to receive, your openness to receive, your readiness to absorb and assimilate all the abundance that's around you is what makes you the abundant person.
Exactly. I think that is what we need to get trained when you have to manifest things. So it depends on the wideness of your receptive cone that more you accumulate, right? As it exactly mentioned, beautiful example of this bottle and the glass, right? So the wider the door, the more the receptibility, right? So I love that, and it might be that I am offering. I generally use this client example to my clients. Say I'm giving you a lakh rupees, all of a sudden I come, Madhu, just take the 1 lakh rupees. So if 10 people are there, 10 people will view it in a different way, right? Few might doubt it, few might receive it happily. So how do you take is what defines your receptivity. And that's a very nice example of abundance. And thank you, Madhu, for that. So Madhu, beautifully we had spoken about manifestation and abundance mindset and energy frequency. Can you just show some light on, as a pranic, energy person who works with chakras and energy? Can you just put out what could be the blockages basically, which why people might not be in a receiving mode? So we said we want to be in a receiving mode if we want to attract abundance. So what could be the blockers that make you or block you from manifesting? Because a lot of people come, so we have 30 days challenge, we have 1 year mentorship. So we have seen that few people, even in the first 2 weeks, are manifesting the results so faster, right? But whereas few people are working throughout months and weeks, but they are not even able to change the state of their mind, as we call the abundance mindset. So then they have to come into a mentorship. So what differentiate this blockages? Why this someone is able to do it faster and for someone it takes time? So can you just define clarity on this?
That's really beautiful. Yeah. So what happens is we call these as abundance blockers, right? So these are some limiting thoughts that we all have it, right? We all have limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs. First of all, some of us may not even believe that manifestation can happen. Like I don't believe in this. I don't think this happens. It's not like that. So manifestation is of two types, right? So one is consciously manifesting, and another one is unconscious manifestation, right? So
Yeah,
whatever
yours was an unconscious manifestation.
yeah.
BPO was
So
unconscious manifestation.
whatever we have so far, whatever there is, everything that you have, let's say you were not into manifestation, you don't know anything about law of attraction, whatever you have, they are still your manifestations.
Yes.
They are still your manifestation, and you're just not aware of it. So now, because we are in this path and we know that we can consciously manifest, you ask for what you want. Whether or not you know the law of attraction, you are manifesting it every single day. Every fight, every bully that you meet, every good advice, good praises, appreciation that you're having, even without knowing the manifestation and the laws of attraction, is your own manifestation. Everything that is happening is actually your manifestation. This call is a manifestation. Everything is a manifestation. We don't know who we're going to answer. Some people may watch this video and they're like, wow, this was what I wanted. So that is their manifestation. They didn't know it, but they manifested it. So what I would say is there are two types of manifestation, conscious and unconscious. So if you want to consciously manifest, you have to consciously work on your blockages, right? So you have to consciously make an attempt to work on your blockages. I want to go and tell you about the mind and how it works, right? Conscious mind knows certain things. We've been taught so many things. Like, have you heard people saying, at least our parents, do you think money grows in the trees?
Yes.
We have that consciously. Everybody knows it, yes. So that's there in our conscious mind. And you hear it in your childhood, and it goes and stays in your subconscious, and then you repeat the same thing to your own children. You're not conscious now. It went inside your subconscious. There's all the blockages like this that I mentioned, they stay in your subconscious mind, right? So let's say that women were told that, hey, you cannot earn as much as a man, right? So you heard it sometime. These are all blockages, okay? These are not true. They go and sit in your subconscious mind, and subconscious mind is deep inside. You don't know that it's listening to you. Whatever you speak, everything that we're speaking right now, and whatever we talk to ourselves, the internal dialogues, the self-talks, they're recording everything. The subconscious mind is recording everything. So whatever you're doing, it's actually coming from your subconscious mind, but you don't know that it's the subconscious which is actually dealing and doing everything. So what you do is you have to, with your conscious mind, which is visible and known to you, you have to work with your conscious mind to reach the subconscious and remove the blockages. You have to remove and release it. And that needs the rewiring, which is what we call as rewiring the brain, rewiring the mind. So these blockages play out in life. Whatever we are today, whatever we think of ourselves, the victim mindset or the success mindset, whatever, it is because of the subconscious. So now going to the chakras, right? So we say that as soon as we say prosperity and manifestation, we speak of the Mooladhara chakra, which is like we say that it's at the base of the spine, right? So the Mooladhara chakra is the chakra of your safety and security. If you do not feel safe and secure, and if you feel like you're unstable, you cannot manifest.
Okay.
Right? So not just this chakra, all the chakras are interlinked, because growth and healing and transformation is not a linear process. It's not at all linear. It's not like I'm growing from here to here. It's not like that. You'll grow so much and then you'll fall, you grow, right? So all the work that we do, right? Some days I manifest things like this, Hema, and some other days I don't. So it happens to me too, even though I know these manifestation secrets and the chakra and all the work, it doesn't work that way, because it's a very non-linear process. It begins like this, drops, again goes like that, right? So I would say, consciously work on your mind, your conscious mind. With your conscious mind, reach the subconscious and take out the blockages. One blockage is, like I said, trees. Money grows in trees. It's not a good thing to say. And then it's not also good to say that women cannot make as much as men. These are some examples, right? And then they also say things like, oh, this community cannot make money. This is a business community, only they can make money. Such things are blocking and sitting inside us, and we don't even know that they're inside us. They are in the subconscious level. So you have to bring them out and release them. And not just releasing is enough, you have to rewire and say things which are opposite to what you had, and then tune into the abundance mindset. That's when the manifestation happens. And the blockers are several. Every single person has, I don't know how many blockers, and you have to constantly work. Only then you'll know all these blockers.
When you work on the manifestation process, you see that whatever was suppressed inside you comes to the surface one by one, one by one. You identify that when you are with a mentor, and that is where you keep cleansing it. So long they would not have reflected at all. But when you're doing a manifestation, that is when you will see a lot of things popping up in your mind. And that is actually the process which people have to understand and identify them to clear it, right? The things surfacing. So
and the thing is, some people are able to manifest because maybe their blockers are less than yours. Maybe I have less blockers, and maybe somebody else have more blockers, which is why they're able to manifest faster. And also the gratitude, like you said, somebody said, I don't know what I need to be thankful for. So maybe somebody else is doing 100, 1000 plus thank yous in a day. They have the gratitude mindset, which is nothing but the manifestation and the abundance mindset, and somebody else is not doing it. So it depends on your routine, your discipline, and your faith, first of all, in this. If you do not believe in this, then it doesn't work as much. You have to believe it with all your heart. And the most important part is to feel it. I keep saying this in all my sessions. You have to feel to heal. If you don't have any emotions, if you feel like I want $1 million, okay, I'm in the US, so I'm taking the dollars. So if I want $1 million, and if I sit like that and I don't do anything about it, and I don't look like a millionaire, how will I become a millionaire? Start behaving like one already, right? That's how I started. I come from humble beginnings, Hema, and I started manifesting everything, this beautiful home and the fancy cars and everything, just by believing that I can have it. And most important part, I reiterate all of you to say this to yourself. I permit and I allow myself to receive the abundance. You have to permit yourself. Sometimes you just need to give yourself that permission to believe in these universal laws. If you don't believe it, if you don't give yourself the permission to have all the things that are waiting for you, then how are you going to experience it, right?
Yes. So I permit and allow myself to receive abundance.
Yes.
And that's a great statement, and that's a great affirmation. I want all of you to make a note and start writing it at least 21 times for next 7 days. So generally, we have a practice of where every week you write one affirmation, because that is where, so one time writing is equal to reading 100 times, right? So it's like it gets into the subconscious. And great affirmation. Thank you, Sudha, for that. So beautifully you spoke about energy blockers, Sudha. So people think manifestation, law of attraction, energy as an alien thing. But what we want people to understand, it is just a common statements that we run in your brain again and again, the self-talk. That is what is manifesting in your life. That is all the blockages, and that is what we're trying to cleanse in your body one by one, right? So Madhu, can you share any of your fastest manifestation, and another one conscious and one unconscious manifestation, which you would like to share with the audience?
Yeah, sure. So this house, we got to this place like 2 years back. I did a conscious manifestation for this house. I wrote down everything. These are my ways of manifesting. I wrote down everything that I wanted. I felt it in my heart. And I think like in a week's time, we got this. And this was the time when COVID shutdown happened. And there were very less homes in the inventory. The realtors are like, we are not able to show you houses because there are no houses. But then we saw 7 houses, and we came to this house, and it felt like, okay, this is going to be our home. And it has everything that we wanted. And I have to tell you, I live in a, what do you call it? Wine county. They make wine here. So my home is inside a vineyard. Wow. It's beautiful. I have mountains all around me. I get to see the mountains, rolling hills. And I asked for everything, I got it. And which is why I want to tell you that manifestation is for all. Yes. It's not an alien concept. all our ancient yogis and rishis, they've been doing it. Everything is a manifestation. So you don't need to be afraid of manifestation. It's not a woo-woo thing. It's not something to be scared of. It is our own potential. When you start understanding and realizing yourself, which is why I said I'm in the yogic path, when you know how powerful you are, you can manifest everything that you want. And when you're manifesting, it's not just you, actually. You are working with the divine. Okay.
Yes.
You are working with the universe. You're working with the universe. So here, you and the universe are collaborating together. So it's a co-creation happening. So you are creating your own life. Why would you not want to exercise your own power? Right? If you don't use it, it's going to be useless. Use it, guys. Use it. So this is given to everybody. It's not Indian, American, Mexican, nothing like that. Everybody has it. You have incarnated on earth. You have this power. So don't make it go away like that. Please use it. Also, the divine wants to give us everything that we want, and they want us to use it, because when you use it, you are realizing your own power. This is self-realization. What else can I say? It's beautiful to use this. Yeah.
That's great. So, can you just tell me some of the methods you followed when you were, I mean, when the thought of getting into a beautiful house came? So, what all did you practice on a regular basis before you got into it? Here?
Okay. So one thing is gratitude, like I said. Never take things for granted. Okay. So when I started gratitude, it's like, what do I be thankful for today? What should I do more? Right. So I always ask myself this question: what more can I do? So what happened was, when I started saying thank yous, I would say one thank you per day is not enough.
Okay.
Right. I would say do 100 or 1,000. Right. Do 100 thank yous. And I'm going to tell you what all I did.
Yes.
So if you ask me my one secret, I'm ready to share it with you all. Honesty.
Okay. So honesty
and integrity, right?
Okay.
So this is my most favorite thing. I keep telling this to all my clients. If you were honest, and whatever you speak right now, whatever I'm speaking is coming right from my heart. Like Hema and I, we have not discussed what we're going to talk. It's just coming organically. So whatever you speak, let that be truth and not anything else. Yeah. The more you become honest, the more you become truthful, the more you become authentic, the more you're not afraid of competition. You think of it as a collaboration. Hema and I are doing the same work. We're not afraid of who will come to us, right? So that collaborative thought, right? These kind of thinking, it's called the abundance mindset itself, where you're not afraid. You feel like everybody has space in this universe. Somebody may like to go to you, somebody may like to go to Madhu. So when you feel like that, and when you're honest with yourself, right, that's when the manifestation is like that. Yes. Honesty is number one, because it's the work of your heart.
Exactly.
Right? The honesty, it comes from your heart. Your honesty, you're speaking truth from your throat. Okay, everything actually matters. So what I would say is, for me, it comes so naturally to be honest, to be truthful. I don't make any efforts for it. But if you want to make, whoever wants to make an effort, I would tell you that my secret is that honesty, truthfulness, and authenticity and integrity. That is my truth. And apart from that, that is not enough. Oh, I'm honest all the time, but I'm not thankful. That doesn't work. You have to, it's like you have to add spices to make rasam, sambar, right? You cannot just like that make one thing. So if you want the manifestation to happen, one is, like I said, honesty, all that, truthfulness, integrity, and then the gratitude. Because the gratitude and the abundance are in the same vibration. If you look at the map of consciousness, they are in the same vibration. So gratitude is abundance and manifestation. You will manifest things faster if you're more grateful. So when I started, I was like, what do I be thankful for? So you know how I started mine? Okay, I'm thankful for my central nervous system. I am thankful for my digestive system. I am thankful for my circulatory system, excretory system, reproductive system. And then I started going even more deeper. I'm thankful for my eyes. I'm thankful for my optical nerves. I'm thankful for my nose. I'm thankful for my nostrils. I'm thankful. How many you are thankful you can do it. Do the maximum, actually, the maximum that you can do, right? Don't just sit with 1, 2, 3, 5 and all. Initially, we just tell people to do 5, but do more. The more grateful you are, the more great things comes to you. So gratitude, honesty, and this is how I frame my gratitude statements. I'll give it out. So I always start my gratitude, my manifestation statements with I am in uppercase. I am in uppercase. So when I write my gratitude statements, I am grateful for my central nervous system. I am, the next sentence, this is another way of writing it. I am thankful for Hema. I am grateful, thankful. These are the words that you want to use. And then there's two more that I use. Fortunate. I am fortunate to be who I am. Is this an example? I am blessed to be living in the wine county. Right? So I am thankful, I am grateful, I am fortunate, I am blessed. And then your statements that you're thankful for. But you begin like this. I am grateful, I am thankful. And the most important part here is I am means you and the universe together. I told you that we are co-creating. It's not just divine giving you. It is you with your essence asking for what you want and the universe working in favor of you. So that I am means the universe and us. So these statements are powerful. I just do these statements. Are you muted?
Yeah. So just with gratitude, you have manifested a beautiful house. A lot of people who want to manifest, like money, kind of job, and kind of house they want. So one thing is envisioning exactly what you want and then starting being grateful in advance, right? So you be grateful for what you have, and in the flow you start thanking what it's going to come, right? To thank in advance. So your brain is automatically being not deceived. Like, okay, it seems it's already there. That's why she is grateful. Because only when something is there, you start thanking it. So the brain assumes. So when brain assumes something and your energy starts shifting, your cells start feeling it. And that is where the whole universal setup works in favor of you. So I remember a beautiful dialogue from movie Om Shanti Om. Have you watched Madhu?
Yeah.
Right? Shah Rukh Khan says, I don't remember the exact dialogue, but so when I wanted to achieve the goal, everything around me shifted towards that and brought me here. That's what it means. And something of that is also mentioned in the book Alchemist. So, I think if you want, you can just, audience, you can go through the book Alchemist. And Alchemist is all about you shifting your energy to co-create, like Madhu mentioned, the whole thing. So honesty is a beautiful thing that you mentioned, Madhu. And here I would want to add that it's not about honesty with anyone. It's about honesty with yourself. You being honest is what you say is authentic, whether it is negative, positive. So I had read a recent quote somewhere that being spiritual is not about being positive always. People think you're a spiritual person, can't even handle this. Guys, it's not like that. Even being spiritual, being a psychologist, therapist, still we all have our ups and downs. We all are humans. We just need to accept. The only difference in people working like Madhu and me with spirituality and common person is that we are able to accept that yes, I have the shortcomings and I'm going to deal with it. But otherwise, you're not able to accept. So that acceptance brings honesty. Because honesty is not there when you have a blockage. If you're not able to be authentic with yourself, somewhere you fear survival, right? So when you fear survival, you tend to manipulate yourself. And that's a blockage you need to cleanse. Like Madhu was telling the statements that we talk, right? So thank you, Madhu, for bringing up that your beautiful manifestation of your home. So can you just share any kind of unconscious manifestation just resulted because of shift in energy?
Yeah, sometimes unconscious manifestations, you don't even plan for it and it happens. Like, for example, somebody's getting me a lunch. Sometime I was out and somebody's like, oh, let me pay for you. I didn't expect them to pay, but they said, I'm going to pay for your lunch. One of my friend, that's unconscious manifestation. I didn't plan for somebody to buy me lunch, but I just went to a place to have food. And then my friend shows up there and then they're like, oh, let me pay for you. So I received it. You see the importance is, so like, no, don't say no. If you say no, then the idea, the universe thinks, okay, she's saying no, so let me not give her, right? So when somebody is like, I want to pay your bill, I want to buy you coffee, your friend, and you know that it's safe. Don't accept it from anybody and everybody. If you feel like it's safe for you, receive it. That's how you start receiving abundance, by saying yes to abundance. So I've had several things like that happening. Like my birthday, I really my friends threw me a birthday party like last month, and I didn't plan for it or anything. And I mean, I didn't plan it, and they planned it. It was, and they gave me things and the books I wanted. I don't know how they knew it. I didn't consciously manifest it. It just came to me. So the more you are into the gratitude and being honest and all that, things show up. And as you said, that's the most important part of the spiritual journey. People think we don't have any suffering or pain or anything like that. So that's called toxic positivity. It's not possible for someone to always be happy. And if you think somebody should always be happy and always be successful, then you're denying their humanity. You are here as a human to experience a wide range of emotions. I'm okay crying one day and I'm okay being anxious. So let's say I'm doing a speech. Sometimes I go for speaking engagements. I am definitely, Hema, I'm nervous. Before I go and begin, I'm like, it doesn't show up on my face, but I am nervous. It's okay. Even though I understand all these things, I am nervous, and I allow myself to be nervous. It's okay. Everybody goes through it. So that part, the acceptance, like you said, is a key. You
Yes.
have to accept that, you cannot deny the emotions. You want to feel and honor your emotions. When you do that, then you're not being toxic positive, right? So there's this Viktor Frankl, I think, he said, tragic optimism is the antidote to toxic positivity. So one time, like you said, I was crying, I was not keeping well, and my friend was like, Madhu, you teach meditation, you can't be crying. You are denying my humanity. I am a human. Right? Do not put me on pedestal. I am a human. I am okay. I am okay to cry. It's okay for me to cry, right? So that's very important. That acceptance also puts you in higher vibration, Hema.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So if you feel like a victim, that is the difference between the coaches and
denial
the
of victim. The denial. Why this to me? Why this to me? Yes.
yeah. So just accept that, okay, right now I'm not in a good state, and you accept yourself with honesty. You are still in a higher vibration because you're accepting who you are at this moment.
Yeah. So yes, as I said, we are an incarnation, right? We are come here to experience everything, and we need to allow that. So we, as souls, we have chosen to experience this body, and we need to be natural and allow the flow. We cannot block it. Right?
It's true.
Madhu, when we talk about successful manifestations, can you mention any time when you want to manifest something, it took a longer time, and how did you deal with that delay in manifestation? Because a lot of people, they think, yeah, I manifest and it has to happen immediately. But the secret in manifestation is being patient in this journey. And recently, I was hearing one of the, I think, podcast, and a very beautiful example. Say you're traveling from Chennai to Mumbai, right? So do you say you're failing or you're traveling? Until you reach Mumbai, this 3 days, say you're 3 or 4 days by car or train. So do you say that you are failing or you are traveling? You're traveling, right? But we people, since we are not able to see it physically, we think we are failing. And we start breaking that energy and vibration that you have created. You start bringing all kind of emotions, or rejecting the process and saying, no, ये सब काम नहीं करता है, this is all nonsense and whatever. So can you throw some light on how do you deal with the delay in manifestations, if any, from your experiences?
Yeah. So that was a beautiful analogy. I like the train and the destination, right? So when you're traveling in a train, that's like you have a source and you have a destination. But for this human life, we're all pilgrims here. We are here and we're still traveling. We're pilgrims. We are still travelers here. Okay. We are on this earth traveling and learning ourselves. So it's not a destination like I have to. Yes, there are times when you want to manifest. Like, for example, somebody wants to manifest a partner. I know you want to give it a time and you want to manifest, and sometimes it will not happen as you want, because there's something called divine will and divine order. So things will not happen as you want sometimes. You have, because I said that we are co-creating with the divine. The divine will only do everything in your good. Like you said, Shah Rukh Khan was saying in that movie. So that there's a word for it, the term, it's called pronoia. Pronoia is a term that means everything around me is working in my favor. Everything, right? So this morning and even afternoon, I had very challenging time, very emotional. Okay, I really am telling you honestly. So does that mean I'll deny that? No, I just accepted it, right? That's actually being in a state of self-acceptance. So honoring that And then understanding that even those experiences which were challenging and excruciating me and giving me pain were given to me to strengthen myself. The challenges, the blockages, whatever you call it, failure, whatever name you give, that is actually building you to become stronger. Everything. So my wiring is like that, Hema. So one time we were going, me and my husband, we were going to a mall, and we have a Porsche Macan, and we were in the car, and my husband was speeding. Okay, so it was a 30 speed limit. We were 50, and the cop came and he stopped us. So I was in the not the driver's. He was driving, right? I was in the other seat, and the cop was like on my side. So I turned, and he's like, "Did you get startled? Did I scare you?" I said, "No, thank you." He's like, "Thank you?" I said, "Yeah, you guys are protectors. Cops are protectors. Thank you. Thank you for protecting us," right? And then my husband's like, "I am going to pay him the fine right now, right? He's going to give me a ticket." So we got a ticket for like $500. So I said, "Say thank you and let's give the ticket."
Yes.
And then the guy was checking out our car. It's a sports car. He's like, "Wow, it's cool." And he even forgot that he had to fine us, and he was looking at the car. I was enjoying and being there in the moment. I said, "I think of you as a protector," right? What's a cop? What's a police's job? To protect us, right?
Exactly.
So I did not see it in an adverse way that he's taking the money from me. I saw it in a very positive way. I still any difficult situation that comes to you, please say thank you, because that's going to make you stronger. That's going to break you and make you stronger. So if don't see failures as failures, because failure is a part of success. I think Abdul Kalam said this: failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success.
Yes.
So I did not get clients so easily. And one time I was at a speaking engagement, Hema, and I had to speak to 30, 40 people, and I log into Zoom. Nobody there except me and the organizer. Nobody there. It is not a YouTube channel. It's a live, Zoom live. And will you feel bad? I was all dressed up. I was in a nice sari and I was looking great.
My God.
And he was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay doing it?" I delivered that speech with awesome enthusiasm and energy, because I do it for myself. Whatever I deliver, whatever steps I have to take to be that awesome speaker, I will do it. Whatever steps I will need to do for my manifestation, whether it is feeling like a failure, you don't know, you just think it's failure, whether it's feeling like a failure, whether it's feeling like a rejection, I am still going to do my best. I will give my 100%. Even if the cop catches me, I'll be smiling and saying thank you. I'm not faking, because I'm trained. My wiring is like that. So for those who are not trained, you have to wire yourself, right? So you cannot fake it. Some people will tell you to fake it. I don't know how to do that. I told you I'm all about honesty and being honest and honoring my own emotions. So be thankful for everything, every situation, and don't think. You don't see what is beyond you. You only see the current moment and you think you're a failure. It's not. And failure, like I said, I think there's an acronym for that. Somebody has made it. First attempt in learning is FAIL.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. First attempt in learning. So every time you take a step and you fail, it's your first, second attempt, first, third attempt, first, fourth attempt. If you see it that way, nothing is a failure. And you'll know that you can actually tell your story to everyone.
Yes.
It's a part of your success. Your success will have several failures.
Exactly.
It's not, there's no overnight success. There is no one person becoming big shot in one day, nothing like that. You have to constantly, your consistency in working, your dedication, your commitment, come what may ever, I will work on this. If that's your attitude, then the manifestation will come and grab you.
Yeah, exactly. So beautiful. No, so much of analogies and new words, pranaya and fail. It's really beautiful how you mentioned. So I just love that. You waiting for almost 30, 40 people to be on your Zoom call and still not giving up yourself and giving your 100%. So in the technique called Ho'oponopono, we always keep telling about 100% responsibility, 100% responsibility. People are like, what is my fault? How do I take 100% responsibility? I'm not telling it's your fault or their fault. All I'm telling is to do your part. So Madhu's part was there to deliver the message rather than cancelling and getting demotivated. Might be it was only a trial or practice for her. So even when I coach the coaches, I tell, until unless you have gone through this journey, unless you have faced the pain, how will you empathize with the client standing in front of you who is going through that? How will you understand? So you cannot become a coach or a transformation person just by having a degree and sitting in front of the system and like say, hey, I'm a coach, I charge so much. No. Until you have gone through those ups and downs, you will not be able to relate with the emotion. And until you relate, how will you help them? Right? So you need to understand a client's journey before you train them, right? That is what needed. And that's so, I would say so cute and so pretty about you talking to the cop and saying you're the protectors. And I'm really surprised. I feel like a small kid. Like the kids would do that. The kids would do that, and they would not bother it's a monster or a what. They would only welcome, oh, such a beautiful clown or an uncle or whatever. So it's like there's that child mindset. We just need to always go to our child stages. In manifestation, we tell go back to school, start writing your notes, start practicing. So exactly, such a beautiful soul, Madhu, you are, and this shows your no, you are clean wiring. So I love that. I love that. So beautiful. And it's really so inspiring. And this FAIL is really a great acronym that you brought up. So I think, again, you might be whatever your karma brings you here to be that divine person to people around you and inspire others. So until you are living that, you will not be able to inspire. It's not everything you teach. You also inspired by how you deal with things, and automatically people around us start taking as examples. And that is what the difference we can make as transformation coaches or healers, not healers like coaches who can train people. So beautiful, Madhu, for that. So when I mentioned karma, can you tell as a energy medicine person, how do you think this karma is all formed about? Because I see a lot of people only talking about karma when they are in pain. This is your karma, you have to face it. We never talk about karma when we are joyful, right? I'm my karma, I'm enjoying it. We never do that. We always say ki you have to suffer. You could have done some karma in the bad. So why is karma seen as such a negative word? I don't understand. So can we talk about that a little from your perspective?
You have brilliant questions, Hema. This is a very brilliant question that needs to be answered. In India, actually, all this knowledge comes from India, but then,
Yes.
even though we are from India, we have this wrong ideas about karma and spirituality, right? So sometimes people even think that if you're spiritual, you don't want money, you don't want to manifest, and that karma is also another most highly misunderstood concept, right? Karma simply means action, right? And karma is of two types. One is positive, one is negative, right? So you have good karma, you have bad karma. So when you're going through challenges, we generally think it's bad, right? So I want you all, the audience and everybody who's listening to this, I want you all to start thinking of karma as a helper. It's actually here to help you, right? So the karma is, one is you accrue, you accumulate a lot of karma from your past incarnations, right? So in this incarnation on earth right now, I'm known by the name Madhu, and I have a female embodiment. I'm a woman this incarnation. I could have been a man in the previous incarnation. I could have had several incarnations, right? So I've lived through, and in this incarnation, I have this body, this beautiful female body. So this is like a suit that I'm wearing. This is just a costume, okay? So the costume that my soul is wearing. So like Hema said, when we started, we are not just this body. We are above and beyond this body. We are not this body, just the body. We are more than the body, and we are actually the soul. And the soul animates the body. So it's now the soul who's asking me to move and do these talkings and everything. It's the soul that is doing it, right? So it's not the body that's doing it. So the soul goes with karma. The karma goes with the soul, I should say. So I have now incarnated as a woman. I would have lived several lives before becoming Madhu, this incarnation. So I have done so many good deeds, bad deeds in the past. and I don't remember it, because we call it the spiritual amnesia. When you come to earth, you enter through a door. It's called the door of forgetfulness, and you go through a spiritual amnesia because you do not want to remember everything that you did in your past lives. You don't want to go there, right? You just come and you start your life like a fresh person, as a baby. So all of us, we all have karma that comes from our previous incarnations, right? So sometimes we call it money karma, right? So let's say our ancestors were there, and we were all there in previous births. We take in karma from our previous incarnations. One is that our own soul's karma, negative karma, positive karma, both. And then we have our ancestors. We are nothing without the ancestors who gave us this life, right? We all have ancestors, mother, grandmother, grandfather, all the lineage, whole lineage. So we also get karma from them. That's the ancestral karma, right? Pitru karma. So one is we have our own karma, and then we have the ancestral karma. So we have karma not just for education or qualification or looks, right? People say that you look like your grandmother, so you get that from them. That was given to you, right? You look like your grandmother, you speak like your grandfather. So how does that come? Where does it come from? It's from your grandparents. So it's your inheritance. You inherited that from them. Like how you inherit property, you inherit karma too, right? One is your own, your incarnations from previous births, and then one is your ancestral karma. So how is that karma? How is that for you? Is that good? Did you come from a family where your ancestors had abundance mindset, or the victim or the scarcity mindset? There's nothing for me. There are people who would say such things, right? I don't think we can get rich, we can get money, the rich are getting richer, I don't have anything, my manifestations don't work. What do you come from? Where is your lineage? If you hold these thoughts, whatever I said right now, you are tomorrow going to be somebody's ancestor, and you're going to give it to them. Which is why I would say, when you heal now, the present moment, in the present incarnation, you're healing the next generation that's going to come, and you're also healing and helping your previous, right? So if you want to work on money, it's not just the manifestation. For manifestation's sake, you cannot just say that just write the gratitude and it's done. It's very all encompassing. It's a holistic process. You don't know what all negative things that you accrued, and there are also good things that you accrued. So maybe sometimes that is playing out. It's not even you, but maybe somebody's, your ancestors, or what you did in your previous, that's playing out and not letting you manifest the job that you want, the house that you want, or the money that you want, anything. So it's not just that manifestation alone. It's a very holistic process. This thing it's actually huge, and it's vast, the whole process of manifesting. So I would say that, and whatever I told you right now, it's not like a story or just my opinion. These are immutable laws of nature. These are universal laws. You cannot not inherit your ancestral karma. You will have it. Everybody, we all have it. We all have this. So there's no denying. First of all, you have to accept that, okay, I have some ancestral karma from my ancestors and my own karma, which is why things are happening. But don't feel like a victim. It's okay, because what you do in this present moment, which is why it's called the present moment. Past is past, future is future. Present is a gift. So in this present moment, with your gratitude, with your thankfulness, you can change anything for yourself. You can even erase that negative karma. And when you erase that, and when you work on your conscious mind, your affirmations, your gratitude, your honesty, and everything, that's when the negative karma is healed, and that's when you manifest. Yeah. You're muted.
That's great. So it's like you need to break the chain. So at least if we want to do something good for a generation, at least we need to break the chain. So I have seen your sessions where you talk about ancestral healing, and you need to heal at least to four lineages, right? So that is where you heal, and then that karma is getting cleansed. So I love that because yes, we all have memories, thoughts, and those incarnations from our ancestors as well. Just like your own and inherited karma, both is what working upon you, and so you cleanse it, and at least you let the coming generation give a clean life or a clean karma to them. So that's brilliant. Madhu, so Now let's come to money manifestation. So because now a lot of people think the problem is lack of money and prosperity, which is not actually true. But for people who are wanting to manifest money and abundance, prosperity in form of a job, career, business, or assets like home or car. So what is this money karma, and can you throw some light on the nature of money and the money energy? So you told that abundance frequency is equal to the frequency of gratitude. Yes. So particular to money, so how do you know that are you under this money energy or money vibration or not? So how do people know? So what are the signs that you can see as a energy person?
Yeah. So when you are already in the gratitude mindset, even if you, let's say you don't have money, but you're still doing gratitude, when you are not in a victim state, when you're not letting the scarcity feeders, we call these as scarcity feeders. For example, let's say somebody said, Madhu, there are a million coaches on YouTube. What will you do there? And I start believing it. That's actually feeding my scarcity. It's called a scarcity feeder. So that feeds me, and I start believing. If I believe, I'm not going to believe it, right? I don't think you'll believe it. But some people, when people just throw out things like that, you start believing because you don't have the personal power in you. Your personal power, your self mastery is very important here. So which is why I said, when you think of manifestation, money or anything, it's not just one chakra. It's actually involves many levels, many layers of chakras, right? So one is, I said, heart, which is where you have to be generous, and you have to be more giving, you have to be more loving, and you have to be honest. That comes from your heart. So if you want to work on the money, work on the money karma, you need to understand the nature of it. Yeah, we will have both positive and the negative ones. But if you think, for a long time I'm not able to manifest anything that I want, it's not working for me, somehow wherever I go I'm not appreciated, whatever I do, that's when you know that there is something beyond your reach which you're not able to heal or learn. So if something's not happening and working out for you constantly and consistently, then you have to understand that it's maybe the karma part of it. Let's say that you're doing gratitude, you're being thankful, you're generous, you're forgiving, you're graceful with people, and you're kind, but it's not working out for you. Nothing is working out, the things that you want, then you have to look at your karma. Maybe it's the karma that's actually stopping me from having it, right? So I would say you have to connect, you have to meditate, you have to connect with the divine. So no human can help you in this regard. Maybe I can facilitate a session for you, but you have to connect with the divine world for this. You have to connect, and you have to seek the help of your ancestors. You have to seek the help of the divine world, both these, and then heal yourself. Only then will you manifest money. And you have to understand that everything is energy, right? So money is also energy, right? So mostly people think it's somewhere else and then it comes to you. It's not like that. It's all around you. So the first thing I would say is, start believing that money is all around you like air. It's all around me. It's like air, right? So only if you believe that, you have to believe it in your heart. So sometimes we just do a lip service. Yeah, I believe money is there for all. If you do a lip service, well and good, but you believe in your heart, right? So I always say this in my sessions. It's not knowing it in your head. It's knowing it in your heart, because heart holds the secret to all your manifestations and your life and your everything, right? So it's not knowing it in your mind. It's knowing it in your heart. So heart holds the secrets to manifestation. Also, the manifestation is not something which is happening at a physical level. Even though things come to you in a physical level, you first manifest that as energy, and then it comes to you, which is why we say visualize it and put feelings to it, put your emotions into it. So somebody was asking me, I want to manifest studying at an Ivy League, right? So if you want to go to Stanford is very close to me. So if you want to go to Stanford, you have to at least know how Stanford looks like. Yes. You have to know what it looks like. What is it? So go to the web page, see how it feels like. Take a tour. There may be a virtual tour. Just feel like you're walking inside the Stanford Park or the library, or look at the student names and the professors and the names, and then you feel it, and then it manifests. So if you want to have money, feel that you already have it. I'm not asking you to fake it, because your subconscious mind doesn't understand any logic. So if you want to manifest, please drop your logic. Yes. Drop your thinking mind. That's why I said no head, only heart, right? No
Yes.
logic, no thinking mind, no analytical mind here. Your manifestation is beyond all that, right? It happens from your upper chakras, right? Manifestation is happening always from the upper chakras. So, and upper chakras, you're not able to access yourself. You access your thoughts first. You access your thoughts, you access your beliefs, your opinion about money, what you think about money, right? If you think money is only for rich people, this block I really want to share with you all, Hema. So in the movies, if you see, I watch Tamil movies. I am from Tamil Nadu. So the hero is always a poor guy, and the heroine is always a daughter of a rich father, right? So in the movies, they programmed you, these stories, they programmed you thinking that always a good person is said to be poor.
Yeah.
They start believing in it. You like, okay, I am poor, but I am honest. You can be rich, you can be glamorous, you can have all the money in the world,
Still
and you
be
can still
good.
be good.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
have it all. So
Yeah.
these kind of programming that stays in us, it's in our subconscious. You don't know they programmed you, but the TV that you see, the media that you consume, the books that you read, what can you do? You got married. No, somebody once told me, you got married and you still put eyeliner. These kind of programming, and if I started believing it, I won't do the eyeliner after I got married. Why can I not do it, right? Such things, especially women will have such things like, okay, I'm married, I should earn less than I used to. Hema, let me be honest and vulnerable with you guys. I would always think that I should earn less than my husband.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a huge
That's
block.
the programming. Yeah.
Right, that's the programming. It's in your subconscious and you don't know it. So somebody has to tell you these are the examples. So when you come to my sessions, I give you examples. I tell you everything that I tell you is from my lived experiences. So I
Exactly.
just told you how I used to feel. So that will actually enable you to think about your own blockages. Then you're like, oh, this is why I could not, right? So I thought that if I go and do this session with this coach, my manifestations will not work, or something like that. If I feel doubtful, if I'm not fully complete with my understanding of the manifestation, then the manifestation does not work. So that understanding, right, from your subconscious has several layers to it, and you don't know what is inside it. So in the yogic path, we always have a masculine and feminine principle. So the conscious mind is what is accessible to you, right? So that's the light. Okay, that's the masculine. And the subconscious mind is the feminine. That's not visible to you, it's the dark. If you see the yin and yang, the dark part is the feminine and the white part is the masculine. The yin yang, the Chinese yin yang.
Yes.
So the subconscious is feminine and it's dark, it's deep inside. You know, if you want to remember this, I always say this, I even said this in the Akshay Tritiya workshop. People say that you can never understand a woman, right? People say that to a man.
Yes.
So just remember that. This is how I teach my sessions, right? So the feminine, the subconscious is so deep and you don't know what is inside with your conscious mind. So what I'm saying is you have to put in your conscious and subconscious to work together. So, you know, we always think that the masculine and feminine are opposite polarities. They're not. They're complementary. They work beautifully. So you become whole when the masculine and feminine works together. So I would say let the conscious mind, the masculine, dance with the subconscious. Let it be a beautiful dance. Let the dance happen. Let the alchemy happen, and then see how the manifestation works.
Exactly.
When you access the subconscious with your conscious mind, how? By affirmations, by reading out loud the affirmations, you are telling your subconscious that this is possible, right? This is possible for me. I can manifest it. If you fully do that with your faith, without any doubts, right? Sometimes we humans, we have doubts. It's okay to have doubts. I will never dishonor your humanity. It's okay to have doubts. That's how the process begins. And then you slowly understand. When you manifest one thing, that's when you will understand, if I can do this, I can do that. If Madhu can do this, if Hema can do this, why can I not do it? So it will keep happening for you. That's when you'll believe. So I would say think of money as energy, and with your conscious mind, reprogram your subconscious. Let the dance begin, the conscious and subconscious.
Wow. So yes, so masculine and feminine energy have to coexist, and that is how the world is created. So a lot of people who are trying to manifest relationships, the main reason I tell is that your aversion to the masculine energy or your aversion to the feminine energy because of your past experiences. Might be you saw in your parents, or you saw in your past relationship breakup, or your friends got a breakup and got cheated, and you think that this is how you generalize, right? In NLP, we say generalization. You start
Right.
generalizing the concepts about people and events, and that becomes your blockage unconscious. So you are not able to accept. But when you work, as you said, on the yogic path, when you start reflecting on yourself, self mastery, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing that everyone needs to learn, self mastery. You see that, yes, that aha moments comes to you. And such a beautiful analogy about the feminine energy. You cannot understand a woman so easily, and that being the subconscious. Very true and beautifully said. And the one thing I loved about this was you can have it all, Madhu. So
Yeah.
a lot of people think. I remember my father telling us कि whenever money will come, problems will come. I remember they telling this all the time. My parents कि हाथ में पैसा आएगा तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम भी आएगी. इससे अच्छा पैसा हाथ में ना हो. I mean, let the money not be in your hand. So they would not want to have cash in hand. Either put it in a deposit or somewhere commit so that there is no problem coming. So they would fear money will bring problems. So I realized in my self transformation journey that we used to hear this all the time, and might be I believed it, and that's why I was actually rejecting money, right? So this kind of beliefs, so unconsciously they get programmed in us. We think if you're honest, you cannot earn a lot of money. Again, that's one thing people think. कि अगर I have to be a good person, I should not go behind.
Yeah.
I remember one client. So, what's to be the client? I'll tell it. Actually, my own brother who was doing a business. So this happened to the client also, and the conversation I remember with my brother. He's a business person, and he wanted to learn manifestation. So I was doing a money workshop, and I told, Bhaiya, why don't you attend this? It will help you. Arey Hema, I don't want to earn money and all. I'm not behind money and all. So what are you doing? I just wanted to make a green earth. Acha, very good. Okay, so how do you make a green earth? Arey, I'm doing the business. Okay, how do you do the business? I have employees, I have people, I have knowledge. So how do you pay the employees? How do you market? Then he said, it makes sense. So if you want to do good to the people, if you have really a purpose to help people, you need to be in mindset to receive more so that you start, क्या बोलते हैं, spilling it to the people. So you have so much that you start spilling. We call it about self-love. When we talk about self-love, we say feel so much that you're spilling it all around wherever you go. And that is why you need to first attract abundance, aim for good money. Not just you are selfish. You are taught that if you have money and you are going behind money, you are bad. You said rightly. So you can have it all. You can have honesty. You can be a good person. You can be a cute, smart person and still have a lot of money. So
Absolutely.
that's very nice. So again, I want to suddenly some inspired thought came to my mind. So now, when we say spiritual people, right? They think having beads, orange dress, or not having anything and being very sadhu, not going to enjoying or parties, nothing. So when I was seeing Madhu, so you are actually such a spiritual person. I know it personally because I have been following you for almost 4 to 5 years. Your work and your talks, the simple example you gave about the driver, your wiring, so that shows. But if people who don't know Madhu see Madhu, having from India, they will say modern dress. Otherwise, it's common, right? Modern dress, having her yellow nail polish. Actually, does she think to be a spiritual person? So this is how people will judge, isn't it? So why spirituality is being seen as you don't enjoy life? Spirituality is about having it all. You said it right. Manifestation is about having it all. Still, you can be a very good person, a happy person, and very receiving and giving person, right? So that I would want to mention to people, that you don't have to judge, and you can be everything, right? You don't have to be in pain to be a good person. Everyone relates pain with truth. It's not like that. Truth can be related with joy and happiness, and it's your programming, your wiring. When you change, you start becoming that. And so nice to have such a beautiful soul. And actually, even your smile and everything is so contagious, Madhu. Really, it's not. I'm just telling. See, because now let me reveal that small manifestation. I'll tell you. So when I started following you, I followed because yes, that time I was thinking, that time I was not able to afford to a lot of programs, and I thought, let me join some free groups. because I believe in spirituality. I want to know more. I never had a crowd around me who talked about these things. So I joined your group and I saw your work. Sometimes you used to put some workshops also. So few of the workshops were ancestral healing. One was your this thing, womb healing for women, vaginal healing, right? Vulva healing, yes. So I used to see these workshops and really I want to take them. And but I thought that for US it's okay, for India it felt a lot, and then I thought okay, might be a time later. But I never knew that I would connect to Madhu so soon. Okay. And it was just 2 years, 1 year back, in fact, I was thinking I want to open up my service to the international clients. And all of a sudden, it was you who shared the community, the program that we are all doing together now. You shared the link. And again, it is not a coincidence. It was like a coincidence that you didn't have a pod and you joined the pod along with us. So again, you being a part of this pod was again a coincidence. I will not, so people might think it's a coincidence. No, nothing is a coincidence. And I never thought before that I will do a live with Madhu. And today we are doing it, right? So my unconscious manifestation of talking to people internationally, to talk to Madhu. Once upon a time, I felt Madhu was so far, right? And now we sitting live and discussing each other, and my God, it's like magic. I say there's nothing a coincidence. It just happened. Why should Madhu could have she has a big community. She could have had a different pod. She might not have been a part of my pod. But why should Madhu drop in here? So the universe has a plan. It's working, which we don't see. And it gives me goosebumps when I even talk about it. So I didn't want to reveal it so soon until, a little later, but I don't know, it came out. So that's a great talking to you, Madhu, and so many insights and knowing about. Madhu, so just before we close, can you tell about the services you provide and for what all things can people reach to you if they want? I mean, your unique programs or problems that people can actually reach up to you and where they can reach to.
So my favorite is the money mindset. I love doing that. I do more of that and I manifest more. So the more we heal others, the more we also heal. So I love doing the abundance mindset. There's also, it's both conscious mind and subconscious. You have it's a very holistic program. So I love doing that. It involves a lot of understanding money traumas, money karma and everything. I think that's number one that people want to address. So when that gets addressed, so many things actually get solved. So it's all interconnected. So I love doing that, the money mindset. And I call it the yoga of money. Great. So that, yeah. And then I do chakra balancing. And then I do the ancestral. If people only want to focus on ancestral generational healing, I do that as well. And very importantly for women, it's very important for us to understand and reclaim the power of yoni, the womb, the wisdom of the womb. That's the creative power that we all have and we need to reclaim. So I would say that I am also in a progress. I will be doing this work as long as I am alive here, right? So I'm also doing it on myself because it's not like it's done. It's not like I'm done today. I've done manifesting, I'm done. So constantly doing that work. So the money mindset, the chakra balancing, ancestral, and the yoni healing. These are my very favorite workshops. I invite you all to check my website, SUKHAM, and also Instagram and Facebook handles. There's also a group if anybody wants to join.
So we will add the links in the description below the our program, and you can access Madhu's programs in her channels. Please follow her and enjoy the beautiful. She gives a lot of free service, guys. It is not that you have to only pay and join. No, she gives a lot of free service, and that's why I call she's such an contagious soul. So beautiful, contagious soul. Enjoy her work, take all the benefit, and then whenever you feel that yes, you want to take a serious program, definitely you can go and approach her. She is there to help. So and you can follow me, Manifest with Hema, in Instagram. I will add my links as well, and we are there to help you. And thank you, universe, for bringing us together. I'm very delighted. I thank Madhu for spending her time and being here. Thank you, Madhu, and sharing all her knowledge with us. Thank you. Beautiful talk, Madhu. Thanks a lot. Thanks again.
You, Hema, you had brilliant questions. So I think people who watch this, they're going to manifest a lot of good things right after watching this. You had very brilliant questions that needs to be answered, and you covered it all. And you are a beautiful soul. I really love what you do, and you have a beautiful, pleasant disposition. And I like this collaborative work.
Yes.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.